What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse ranch, no hate. So, if you guys saw the Gervanta Tank Davis Frank Martin fight, notice how he wasn't introduced as Abdul Wahid. Yeah, Mr. I'm a Muslim, changed my name. So, Gervanta Tank Davis, Frank Martin. Well, I'm hearing people say a lot of different things. Let me tell you guys exactly what I saw in that ring. Frank Martin was doing the right things. Double, triple jab. Kept moving. Now he was making a mistake of going in the corner. And, Tank would try to load up on the corner. Derek James was telling him stay out the corner, stay off the ropes. And Tank is a very, very, very smart fighter. People don't understand. Tank Davis is patient. Tank pays attention to your physicality. He knows when you're getting tired. He can see when you're slowing down, when your punches aren't as hard anymore. Now, one thing that got my attention about Frank Martin was this. Even when he was catching Tank with shots and he kept moving, kept his hands moving, kept his feet moving, he never was able to catch him with anything really clean. Like really just, So the difference with pinpoint accuracy and a solid defense and a solid foundation, right? Versus a good boxer that can move is the poise isn't there. The calm isn't there. So what happens is just what happened to Frank Martin. He got tired. And I started to notice when his feet started to slow down. See, Tank had the high guard. And what Tank is doing, he's walking you down. He's coming in. He's keeping that pressure on you. Now, notice, he didn't fight Ryan that way. He didn't fight Rolly Romero that way. He didn't really fight Ryan that way. With Ryan, he picked the spots. He picked the spots with Rolly, but he stayed on the back foot. And I heard him tell, his cornerman that Rolly, when he's fighting Rolly, I heard him say, yeah, he's strong. He's strong right now. I'm going to break him down. And he moved. Now he happened to catch him and he got him out of there like he did and had him run into a shot thinking that he was scared. See, they mistake movement and footwork for fear because you're not just standing there trading. So that being said, I'm watching the way he was fighting Frank Martin. He's walking Frank Martin down and it's like, okay, he has no respect for Frank's power at all. Now, you look at a guy like Floyd, who definitely can punch, but didn't get the respect, didn't get the notoriety for it, because he wasn't a devastating puncher. But Floyd was super accurate, and when Floyd catches you, he catches you, but he's so defensive. Like, people make it seem like Floyd just went in there and slipped 50 punches and landed one or two and won the round. Like, no, Floyd knew how to mix it up, and he knew how to nullify what you were doing. And he also, had fighters in there looking real careless and sloppy because it's like, damn, I can't hit this dude clean, man. And they're going after him and they can't get anything, but then they run into something. So Floyd basically knew how to get in your head, and he also knew how to, dictate how the fight was going to go. Now, Tank does that, but in a different way. Not as technical, not as savvy. He's not the boxer that Floyd was, but he breaks you down. He walks you down. Like I said, he studies your physicality. He can see what he needs to do. And when Tank stops going from the high guard and now his hands is low and he's coming in, he's confident and he understands what you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do. And he understands what you're capable of doing and not capable of doing. And what he saw was that Frank is not willing to sit down and punch with him, and he didn't need to. And he also realized that Frank was throwing punches in the way where he's not catching them with anything really clean. He was throwing punches to score points. He wasn't throwing punches to do any real damage. There's a difference. Floyd Mayweather watched what you was doing. He saw what you was good at, and he took that from you. You understand what I'm saying? But he also knew he was fast enough and smart enough to know how to put the punches together to get the shots in. And with Frank Martin, he was doing the best he could. He was doing everything right. When he got tired and he kept moving, the pressure, Tank wouldn't let him get comfortable. So not only the physical fatigue, but the mental fatigue. And pretty much Tank started throwing like sledgehammer punches with that left hand. And when I saw Frank Martin starting to go in the corner and turn, and because he kept his hand up here and he kept turning, and I'm like, I saw like he's getting tired. And no sooner when I said that, and he goes down, and I knew it was over at that point. So Tank already went across the ring, went up there, got on the road, did a little backflip. So yeah, let's not bash Frank Martin. Let's not call him a bum. Let's not talk that trash. He's a good fighter that just got beat by a better fighter. It's as simple as that. So, you know, he did his best, and you know, this was a step up in competition for him. First time that he was able to really get in the ring with someone like Tank, and you know, this isn't the sparring match. This isn't, you know, head guard and 16-ounce gloves, and this is where it matters. Doesn't matter what happened in sparring. So all of this goofy stuff, leaking footage, all this nonsense about Mayweather and LB, two grown ass men. I'm not getting into that shit. I don't care about any of that nonsense. Let them hash out their deals, man. This is what boxing doesn't need. All this soap opera nonsense. Anytime something happens involving a fight, everybody think it's news. It's boxing news. It's not boxing news. It's gossip. You know, who cares? Floyd isn't fighting anymore. He's doing exhibitions. Leonard Ellerby's not a fighter, so who cares what they're doing? You know, it is what it is. You know, just saying, man. It's like the climate has changed so much in life. Just the way people think and how we do things, man. The way we process information and the way we carry ourselves and conduct ourselves as grown men and women. I mean, the kids out of control. Everybody's just. There's always something negative that we have to like dig into. The reality of all of that is real simple. If you feed something, it will grow. If you starve it, it dies. So we're not even going to get into that. But hey, look, man, salute to the belly dancer, Tank Davis. Salute to Frank Martin. You know, they came there and did what they had to do. And you know, at the end of the day, man, hey. You know, Tank hasn't been in the ring for a long time, right? Came back, and he got the job done against another top-level guy. Now, Frank is an upcoming top-level guy, but still, bottom line, he got really good skills. So, it's not like he went there against some bum. So now, Tank is saying he wants to fight Lomachenko. And we'll see if that fight happens, you know? But, what's going to happen, and if it does happen, what's going to be said if it does happen is pretty much the Lomachenko fans are going to say, Tank waited for him to get old. He could have been fought him. The Tank Davis fans are pretty much going to say Tank would have beat him anyway. The only thing that matters is that the fight happens. So if Lomachenko accepts, and this is a fight that they are willing to make, then so be it. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody want to know, okay, what's after that? Because I don't really think nobody in their right mind really think Lomachenko is going to win. Like, look, let me explain something to you guys. Lomachenko is a slick fighter. He's a smart fighter. I don't think Lomachenko beats Tank. I never thought he beat Tank. But Tank was playing his duck, goose nonsense. And, you know, it's like, just fight the guy and get it done. You know, Tank has a strong following, man. So after him doing what he did with Frank Martin, he's right back in that, okay, now I'm excited to see what happens next. So if he does fight Lomachenko, well, I'm pretty sure everybody want to know is Shakur next. Now, for Tank saying he wanted to fight all the top guys, usually now if he actually sticks to that, and let's say he does fight Lomachenko, I believe Tank wins that fight. I think he knocks Lomachenko out. If Shakur's after that, he beats Shakur. When you look at who else is there, The question that people are going to ask is he going to 140? Tank came in at 133. He's not going to 140. He's just going to stay at 135 and just dominate as long as he can. And he might, if he really wants to make these fights happen, and it does, he'll probably retire sooner than later. And that would be the reason. So, okay, now I want to solidify my legacy by beating. I can say I fought the top guys. That, I mean, now it's crazy, because the fact of the matter is, the fact that Devin Haney, Ryan, he fought Ryan, but never got to fight Teofimo. That, so, you know, those fights that didn't happen, they're just not going to happen. Like pretty much, you know, that's just the way that I see it. I don't think he goes to 140. I think he stays right where he is. And basically, once he gets to the point where you feel like, man, I've done everything I need to do. You got to remember, Tank is 29 or 30 years old right now. One or the other. Okay? It might seem like, oh, they got a lot of these guys don't fight too often. Now, if he can keep his ass out of trouble and focus on his boxing and not end up in jail, or, focusing on street stuff and, just prolonging nonsense going on that interferes with his career. It's up to him. But, yeah. Good fight. Damn good fight. And you can't knock either guy, man. They came. Look, somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. But I don't agree with all that. Oh, Frank is a bum. He's overrated. Blah blah blah. Nah. No, he's not overrated. He's up and coming. No. Look, for the people that thought Frank Martin could win, he's a good boxer. Plain and simple. For the people that is calling him a bum now, well, if he's a bum, that means Tank didn't prove anything. So, anyway, talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Tell me what y'all think about the fight. Frank Martin, Gervanta Tank Davis, and do y'all think that the Lomachenko fight actually happens next? Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.